and welcome to the Philippines. Going to be exploring Talamban, which is on the north side of Cebu City, part of Cebu City. 3 subdivisions we're going to walk past, just kind of get a little look in there. I was wearing a mask that has a picture of a person on it, and I think I scared these little girls. They didn't know what to make of that mask I was wearing. And anyway, Talamban is pretty big. I'll show you a map of the area here in a bit, so you get a little bit of an idea. It's it starts down in the I don't know, the flatlands, I guess you'd call it, of Cebu City, and then it goes up into the foothills of the mountains as you go towards the north. And anyway, the road up there is, you don't have to get very far out of the main city, Cebu City, many other cities, and you feel like you're in the province. You've got a dense, big population in the Philippines, 110, 115 million people, and in a relatively small landmass, so you have a lot of people. Philippines is about, and they have potholes. It's about the same size land area as Arizona or Nevada. Italy is a little bit larger than the Philippines land area, just to give you an idea. Anyway, I had gone up to Greenwood Subdivision, did a video about that previously, and the folks who had invited me up there, they were going to bring me back down into Cebu City. I said no, so I don't get this kind of opportunity very often. Drop me off. I'm going to walk until I get tired of walking and take some video and see some things. When I'm walking, I see much more. I can interact with the people. I can. So anyway, that's what I'm doing here. I'll bring you along. Now, I probably walked for about an hour. I only, I edited this video, got it down to, I don't know, 12 minutes or so of that. Some of it's kind of, just traffic going by, different commerce. But they do. We're going to walk through by a couple, going to go up and take a kind of a look inside of a couple subdivisions. So you get an idea of what is there. Here's the map. That is Talamban there in the center, part of Cebu City. Here's another zoomed out view in relationship to Cebu City, Mactan Island. So you can see it's pretty large. And here is, you can see that it sits up there on the side of the foothills. Now, off to the left here, you've got a subdivision, Prevea Hills, and I've done a separate video up there, and I will put a link to that video at the end of this video. The last, I don't think, 10 or 15 seconds of the video, there will pop up some links, other things to click on. And we're going to take a look at another one just down the road a little bit from here. Is another one called 88 Summer Place, maybe? 88 Summer Breeze, yeah. And I asked if I could go in, look around, take some pictures, and the security guy I don't know, we didn't understand each other, but I think you need to get a real estate agent to go in there and take a look. They're pre-selling, house and lot. They've got I think about 42 lots, single detached. They've got single detached with basement, something you rarely see here. And they've got duplex units. And I think the duplex units, where you share one wall with another townhouse, I think they start at about $5.5 million. I believe that's accurate. Don't quote me. I will put a link to a realtor in the description of the video. And across the way over there, it looks like they're digging out a lot of, I don't know, sand or fill land or what. I'm not sure. And then Metropolis is the next one down the road, just a little bit from there. I come across this St. Lucia development, and I walked down there, and there again, communication wasn't real clear, and it'd been kind of a long day already. I didn't really want to go in there and start filming, and I'm sure I wouldn't be allowed to walk around anyway. Maybe they had an admin building I could go and inquire or something, but I will do some other time. I will do a video about that development. I'll go in there. And that was a hobble driver. He was offering to give me a ride wherever I wanted to go. Motorbike taxi. And I said, no, I'm walking at the present time. So anyway, I think they have buses that come in here. They have, some of these subdivisions will have a sign outside, and the security can throw a switch and turn on the taxi sign, meaning somebody there wants a taxi. So if taxi is going by empty, they will stop in there and pick you up. I think Grab would also be real happy to pick you up if they have Grab anywhere in the neighborhood. Eventually, I did get on a hobble, a motorbike taxi, as I got further down here. Not so far from a Gaisano mall, past a Gaisano mall. And, but anyway, like I said, and you can experience, when you walk, you see a lot more. And there were no sidewalks, so there were places along this road where I had to stop and let traffic from both ways. Of course, if a delivery truck is unloading someplace along the way, these two lanes turn into one lane and a few inches, few centimeters, and then one traffic from one direction has to stop, and there was a couple places where I had to stop and just wait for the traffic to clear up, because there wasn't room for the traffic and me also to be walking on the road. But pretty much everybody was very courteous, and they moved over. They gave me space to walk. Yeah, there's a lot for sale, and that's how you'll find a lot of lots. They might not be online. The tarpaulin printing business is big time here in the Philippines, and you will see signs posted on walls and on telephone poles, whatever. And if you're searching for something in particular, ask the locals. Filipinos are some of the most networked people in the world, I think. If they don't know where something is, something for rent, something for sale, you need some type of service man to repair something, a certain type of store, if they don't know, they know somebody who has a place for rent or has a business repair shop that you're looking for. So don't be afraid to ask. Also, somebody commented on one of my previous videos that you initiate a lot of contacts, and yes, I do. I talk to many people when I walk. This is a place called Home Depot. They've got a few stores around, and not the same Home Depot you'll find back in the USA. I'm not sure how far they are worldwide. Not the same, but some of the stores. The one I was in was pretty much mostly tile. Little one down on Kebahog Street in Cebu City, and it was mostly tile, bathroom type items. This one looked like it was more of a lumberyard building supply place, so each one can be a little bit different. And lots of little eateries along the way. Buses that run up and down this road, so you should be able to catch a bus in or out of town. There are there are quite a number of subdivisions up this way, and it's a matter of getting off the main road and going in and finding them. If you're Camela is one of the developments, and quite a number of other developments up in the foothills. And a couple things, if you're looking at a subdivision, renting or buying, you want to know what the water situation is. Is there an issue with the water supply at any time? Like we have a drought, we had a drought in 2015 and 2019, and there were parts of the metropolitan, even not over on Bohol, different parts of the Philippines that had to have water shipped in, and some people had to go down certain times of the very early mornings with their jugs to pick up water. So water is the number one. And then what about the rest of the infrastructure? If you've got children, schools, fire departments, garbage collection, all that type of roads in and out of the area. If there's a landslide or a problem with one road, do you have another option? Is there another way out of there to get to your shopping areas? How about hospitals, medical facilities, dentists, those types of things? How convenient are they? You know, those are things you want to think about. I have been into a number of subdivisions in the Philippines, over on Bohol, over on the Panay Island. One thing I was surprised that I didn't see, although I don't see it in the USA either. You don't see, although you do see. I'll change my mind. I have been into a few subdivisions that actually they have laundromats in them. They've got little sari stores, small convenience stores. I've been in a couple like that, but most of them do not. But no, they do not in the USA either. They're shut off. And this guy, I'm not sure what he was doing. He's digging down. I asked him. I don't think he understood. He kind of laughed.
You're building a wall?
I asked if he was building a wall, or he really wasn't. I was going to climb up in there and see what was going on. I think that's another big where they're pulling sand or dirt fill out of that area. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a mine where they're mining any type of mineral, but not positive there. I did not walk by a public market that I like to visit on this main road. There's the
Gaisano Savers Mart.
Gaisano Savers Mart, I think, and a little bit of a mall, department store. I did not walk by a public market where you can get all your fresh vegetables and meats, those sorts of things, but I suspect off of one of these side roads there probably was a decent-sized public market up in there. Up in the mountains, they do have a lot of farms. Some of the produce comes down out of the farms. Some of the produce comes in from the huge Carbone market. That's kind of a central distribution point downtown Cebu City. And some of the items comes from overseas. It's imported. Kiwis, for instance. I buy kiwis regularly to get my potassium and vitamin C and other things. And this is where there were some hobble motorbike taxis right at that corner. Here's where I turned around and got that ride. I did a previous video with a ride back down into Mandawi from here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.